And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gentlemen of Crypto, episode 528. Today is Friday, January 10th, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we're here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish. Very 10-ish day.
And that was my fault today.
It's all good. That's why we do it.
Today's top stories: Illinois legalizes blockchain contracts. U.S. SEC seeks $16 million penalty from token sales platform operator. Binance charity launches relief effort for Australian bushfires. Student wins Satoshi Nakamoto scholarship to build media-focused platform. And WatchSkins is creating digital collectibles for your wrist. But of course, first and foremost, what's going on with the price?
Oh, yeah. So, same thing we discussed yesterday with the price. We're going sideways, people. Not much
chop.
movement, except for one coin, which we'll talk about in 1 second. Bitcoin is sitting at $7,959, is up 2% today. Ethereum at $142, up 4% today. Ripple at 21 cents, up 3% as well. Bcash, though, is the big winner for today. At $257, up 11% in the last 24 hours. Litecoin, a big winner as well, up 8% at $47. And EOS sitting at $287 is up 6% as well. So green day, red day, green day. You know we're going sideways, people. So don't overthink it. Just keep accumulating.
What is going on with this Bitcoin Cash move? Why the 10% jump here? Why the 10% jump?
For some reason, I think it is not really correlated with anything. I haven't seen anything on the,
is it
Twitter
ever?
streets.
Boom, boom.
But it seems as though, as the market is starting to get into this bullish cycle, certain crypto is starting to spike just out of nowhere. Just because if demand sort of overdoes it, if the bots start working. I think that's,
all right,
that's
people.
part of it.
Remember, we talked about this. You got that feather coin still expected to pump eventually.
Keep that Dogecoin handy.
Exactly. And you remember also when we talk about the price points and stuff, that $256 from Bitcoin Cash, people, that was supposed to be in Bitcoin. Honestly, if you really want to look at it, the majority of these coins, their market share is supposed to be inside the price of Bitcoin right now. So kind of think about that. I mean, Bitcoin SV, $147. You got Bitcoin Cash, $257 basically, so it's 14.
Yeah.
That's almost $400 that's supposed to be back in the price of Bitcoin.
Taking away from the market.
What other coins don't we need on this chart? We just go through. Wow, NEO is back down to $9.51. What that? You talk about bringing back memories, people. In 2017, I remember at $9.51 is when I thought I missed the jump for NEO, because you remember within 3 or 4 months tops, it went from like 60 cents all the way up to the $9 mark. Actually, it was shorter than that. Probably was like a month and a half. It went from 60 cents to $9. And then, of course, from $9, it went up to $84. So to see that back down at $9, while that's still high, I mean, it was at almost $84. So that's crazy. All right, I'm over here reminiscing enough about these coins. Quick shout-outs going on Tony Nolly, Donald Muhammad. That's right. Smash that like and share button, people. Tommy Brown was good. What's going on? Trek PFC Wills. Top story of the day: Illinois legalizes blockchain contracts.
Oh yeah,
there we go. Illinois. It's happening, people. Slowly but steady.
They're doing a lot of stuff today.
Right. With the new year, Illinois became the latest state to recognize smart contracts and other blockchain-based records as legal instruments. The state's quote blockchain technology act, sponsored by is this Representative Keith Wheeler, a Republican, took effect January 1st, opening a slew of potential new legal scenarios for blockchain-based contracts. I remember a guy I know named Bitcoin Zay writing about lawyers and everybody in the legal field needing to jump on this ASAP.
Oh, yeah. Well, it seems as though somebody picked up Bitcoin in Black America, because I've been saying for years now, if you are a lawyer, if you know someone who is a lawyer, it would be in your best interest to learn about smart contracts and how they'll be legal and how they'll be used as blockchain-based records. And it says here, the law reads, a smart contract, record, or signature may not be denied legal effect or enforceability solely because a blockchain was used to create, store, or verify the smart contract, record, or signature. So basically it's saying blockchain is legal. Blockchain is a part of the mainstream now in Illinois. If you have these smart contracts within coins, within some sort of sending money to a different entity, hey, this is still the same legal thing. Like I said, divorce lawyers are gonna have to get into it. I already got a call from my aunt actually about some of the judges learning about crypto, because divorce settlements are coming in. Like, I don't know what to do with the crypto side. So this blockchain, these records, these smart contracts, good to see in Illinois. I'm sure we'll see more, just like Wyoming, Ohio. We'll see more.
And again, these contracts are now admissible as evidence in court, recognized as a viable alternative to paper-based records, and statutorily exempt from local taxation. I mean, kind of piggyback, it's only a matter of time before everything is going to be smart contracts, because at the end of the day, smart contracts are better, people. The
AI is
just
coming, man.
It's not there yet as far as the UI and even from beginning to end actually working. Of course, the scale is not there yet. But the day, which I think will be another year or two max, maybe 3 years, when we have like LegalZoom, but for smart contracts, where you literally just go online, there's like a website that fill them out, which whoever does come up with that first website for all smart contracts type of deal, it's going to make a lot of good money, or at least whoever markets it best. But it's going to take over because it just makes more sense. It's less people hands involved. It's already coded. There's no arbitrary decisions inside of a smart contract. It's already been coded. It's going to execute on its own. So it's a better form of doing business, and it's coming, people.
Oh yeah, and the first state was actually Vermont in 2016. Interesting, leading the charge. And then the next year, Arizona does it. So people, this is something states are adopting. They don't need outside influence for their state to recognize it. So good to see on their end in Illinois.
And this is on CoinDesk. Again, if you have any interest in smart contracts, we highly suggest you read this article. It goes a little bit more in depth, but it's good to read because you can see how Illinois is looking at potentially tackling smart contracts and the laws around it. And then that way, if you're in a state that does not have it yet or just had it, you have the opportunity to lead that section of the industry over there. So something to pay attention to. All right. And other news, I mean, hey, as my coach used to say, I just gave you a pat on the ass and you crapped in my hand when you have a really good play and they're like, hell yeah, good job. And then like the next play is terrible. And they're like, what are you doing? I say that because we just did that with the government. I mean, Illinois is great play. State in the great region of the United States, and then turn around the U.S. SEC $16 million penalty from token sales platform operator. Again, people, extortion at its finest. What's going on here?
Oh yeah, well, there goes that word again. 16 million in disgorgements and civil penalties from the token sale platform ICObox and its founder Nikolai Evdokimov.
That was good. That was a good try.
They were sued by the SEC in September for two things. One, their own ICO where they raised $14 million. They had 2,000 investors. It was an unregistered security sale. We've seen that all through 2018. Not surprising. But what was very surprising was, in addition, ICObox was accused of facilitating the sale of another $650 million for dozens of clients through its platform. So, for those of you who don't know what ICObox is, ICObox was a platform where if you had an ICO, you could basically market there and they would rate it, and then people would go through the list and say, hey, you're this type of ICO for tech or for governance or for whatever, privacy. People would look through it. They would see who's investing. They would see 4 stars, 5 stars, 3 stars. A lot of people would invest based off of ICObox. So technically, if they did this, they were acting as an unregistered broker, which is a much bigger thing there. For $650 million, I don't think they'll really have to worry about it that much, simply because
you got to pay that bill.
These companies just want this money, and I think these companies paid them a lot of money to get the marketing. We don't know for sure. No, it's all accusations, but I think they paid a lot of money to get on ICObox.
So kind of like on the exchanges, they're paying them.
Yeah, kind of like payola. So it's sort of like it's like the old record company payola. Slide you a few million. Hey, you promote us, and our ICO does $20 million. It was well worth the investment. So it looks as though ICObox may be on the hook for that, but. If they pay that money, we've seen a lot more get a lot less punishment.
Right. At the end of the day, people, this happened back in 2017 during the ICO craze. This is just the SEC saying, hey, we found this Lonzo Denzel Washington train day. Hey, it's an old account. It's somebody. You won't miss them. You won't even notice them gone. Like, it's one of these things where the SEC is still rounding up. All right, where else can we get some money from? Oh, here we go. We got one right here. Who's going to stop them, right? All the attention's on the president and the tweets. Nobody's worried about the SEC bending over a few crypto companies. Yeah. Like,
get down and lay down.
Hey, really? So it's crazy. Again, expected to see this. You made $650 million, and we didn't get a taste of that. Hey, there's some issues. But again, this happened back in 2017. My biggest issue is that this is a new market, and again, this is what stops innovation if people have to look over their shoulder saying, is the government going to come I said 2. Is the government going to come 3 years later? It's about to be 3 years now. It is 3 years.
They still coming for that
They're
money.
coming 3 years later. My biggest issue with that is come for the money right now in 2020. I mean, just go look at Chase right now, Bank of America. I'm sure they've done something in the last 9 or 10 days where you can make just as much money off of fines instead of going back 3 years ago looking at crypto companies. But this is unsettling. I mean, for a new company, this is unsettling. Why would you want to enter this market, not only where it's volatile and it's difficult already and you're already a step behind, and rife with scam, and then you have to go against the government too. So.
Yeah, well, like I said, they capitalized on a big market.
They have it. I'm sure they got it.
They got it.
You made $650 million, or you collectively raised over $650 million. I'm sure they got enough to take care of the SEC. So we'll see.
Yep.
All right, now on to some better news of the day. Look at a couple quick comments. Haven't paid attention to these.
Oh yeah.
Valdez Granville, what's going on? The second. I didn't see this. PFC Wells said China beat us on that like a year ago at the national level.
Yeah, man.
What's that?
We always
smart contracts.
Yeah, smart contracts being legal. We're always behind China. China's always a little bit ahead.
Yeah,
because of our government.
Let's see. Iranian S1 Dubs is going on. S1 Dubs, his or hers theory. I think it's his. Iranian general assassinated. Crypto market surges. Fed immediately injects $83 billion in the repo market. Guaranteed gains for the institutional investors. Crypto cools down, stock recovers. Coincidence.
Hey man, you're starting to see the cycle. I mean, it's pretty blatant, but yeah.
Only thing we're missing is an airliner shot down, and all our friends blaming the country of the general we assassinated too. Can't write it. Who knows what's going on? What's going on? Crypto and culture. Chats are decentralized.
What's up?
Donald Muhammad. Hey. Said, can you tell us any more news about Shannon Allen and the moves he is making? Shannon actually isn't in the chat today.
Yeah.
But Shannon is
someone making moves.
Right. Hilarious. He's working with Cryptic so if he is making any moves, it's on the Cryptic project. So I'm sure when he comes back tomorrow, we can get a nice little update. He's been telling us about some good things coming this year, so we can't wait.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Malik Howard, what's going on, Warrior?
What's up?
Sergeant Crypto. S1 Dub said, I was down with ICObox in 2017 for about 6 months and did well. Shame.
I know, man. It's like seeing Poloniex go away. It's like all the old stuff from back in the day.
Right.
Goodbye.
PFC Wells, great point. Said this shows the snail pace of the government and how undermanned they are. They are, but again, it's one of those things where
they got time though.
If we're undermanned, and I won't even say, we might be undermanned, but I don't want to kind of get into this. We're under resourced for the government because, of course, in government jobs, people always say we don't have enough money, we don't have enough people. The truth is, we actually do have enough resources because, again, they just printed off another $750 billion. So
as much as we want.
We do have the money. But what I will say is that if we are undermanned and stuff, then stop going after crypto companies from 2017. Like, go after real criminals, right?
You would think.
But you would think. Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Binance, I'm going to skip this story again. I skipped this story yesterday. Binance charity launches relief effort for Australian bushfires. Wow. What's going on here with Binance in Australia? Was half the country's burning or something? The animals are going?
Yeah, well, one of the things I saw was a vivid picture of Australia, the continent, literally looking like it's on fire. I've seen a lot of pictures on Twitter of the brush smoke. Just the smoke itself is taking out a lot of different towns. So basically in Australia, this hashtag is spreading Australia burning. And at the time, there was a Bitcoin address available for donations. They collected 0.26 Bitcoin at the time, which is pretty good. Bitcoin donations came much more after that. I actually saw CZ from Binance actually comment on it because he actually donated 1 million via Binance towards the actual brush fire. So anytime there is a big climate or big issue, Bitcoin will be a source of donation now, which is good to see. And it's good to see people in the community actually contribute to it. So hopefully they can, like it states here, Justin Sun gave $1 million to support Greta Thunberg. Every time somebody has a cause, somebody in crypto comes out to flex how much money they have and to be a philanthropist because they'd rather do that than pay taxes. So it's good to see.
Call them out.
Hey, man, we all know the game. We all adults here.
Think everybody friends. Yeah, sharks in this business.
Yeah, exactly.
And kind of piggybacking off you said with the Bitcoin, it's pretty cool to see it. I mean, Bitcoin's turned into Jay-Z for charities. It's like every time something happens, it's boom. We know the one person we can look at to get some paper out of, and that's the Bitcoin community.
Yeah.
And I mean, you talk about all the bad news stories. This should be one of the highlights of Bitcoin. When people talk about Bitcoin, you can say this, that is volatile, is a store of things, going to replace gold, replace cash, whatever. But one thing everybody should be able to agree on is like, hey, whenever a national disaster happens, Bitcoin is there.
Oh, yeah.
It hasn't failed us yet.
Yeah, and if you are worried, it is tax deductible. So that is, for those of you out there who still think about the tax part of it, that is available as well. So
here we go. I knew our Warriors are going to keep it real on this. First of all, I'm laughing at Chats Decentralized talking about America 2020 and BTCE, rest in peace.
Man, yeah, Vinnick is somewhere gone.
Yeah, I haven't heard. They were supposed to transfer him to France and boom, poof, disappeared. I love how everybody likes to try to play up France like there's this relaxed, good-natured people and stuff, and there's something. Listen, y'all need to do the history on France too, okay?
Yeah.
Crypto and Culture said, I don't understand why companies have to help Australia for fires when the United Nations isn't doing crap. Right? That's when
Who do you think runs the United Nations?
Right. That's when Dub said something kind of strange about the whole situation.
Yeah, it is, man.
Crypto and Culture says, anyone verifying these donations? Good point. PFC Will said, where was the crypto support for the Congo? It happened the same time as the Amazon, and there was more fires. Rich people flexing the pocket watch.
Oh, trust me.
That's pretty funny.
There's a lot of stuff that goes in the world that gets buried by the media, and they uplift the ones they want to be supported. Hey, a church burned down, Notre Dame, and they got $1 billion in like
that was crazy. I remember
24 hours. So people pick and choose what they want, and as much as people say they care about stuff around the world, most people really don't. I mean, we're all looking at this from iPhone right now. So as much as you care,
that is true.
I mean,
that is true.
Really, I mean,
it's like you care, but you're looking at this through a laptop screen.
Hey, we are all adults here. You got to take advantage of somebody in order to be ahead somewhere.
That is true. Every time someone gets mad online for now, I'm just gonna be like, how was your laptop?
Are you
made?
about to go spray the water so we won't have barbecue koalas?
Trace the components of your laptop.
No.
It's way worse stuff going on.
Yeah, exactly. You're not really going Australia, but do what you can, and people give where they want to give. So.
People, we can type online. This is not natural. It's child labor written all over it. All right, student wins Satoshi Nakamoto scholarship to build media-focused platform. And shout out again to Cointelegraph's artists. I mean, every day. If there's someone who doesn't take a day off, it's the Cointelegraph artist. So
yeah, shout out to him. Yeah. Whoever him or her, they keep it thumping.
They keep it thumping. But this picture you can see here in this photograph, someone is being awarded a Bitcoin first prize chain or whatever. What's going on with this story?
Yeah, so it looks as though Bitcoin SV, they're getting in their scholarship dollars by promoting the
only
Bitcoin
reason why
Association.
we're mentioning Bitcoin SV right now.
Hey, we always support students. Anybody trying to better themselves through education, we support you. So this PhD student at Cambridge with his Satoshi Nakamoto scholarship is supposed to support the development of blockchain applications. So Robin Coase, he's in human genomics. He's a PhD student at Cambridge. He became the first to receive this scholarship after a series of blockchain competitions. They've had the Bitcoin SV hackathon. They've had other incentive-based competitions, but he is the one that they chose going forward. I'm sure they'll have more. One of the things they talk about here is the Hive, which is geared toward changing the media landscape by implementing a molecular dynamic inspired incentive system. Very complicated for most people to realize, but basically information can be added by users around the world easier. So there is a blockchain application he's working on. Shout out to him. Shout out to BSV for that. As far as how you feel about the crypto itself, who cares? If the money can be converted, he'll be all right. So shout out to him.
And again, it's just another, shout out to him. And then it's another use case for cryptocurrency as a whole. Again, if money's flowing in, if scholarships are being given, especially in the education space, teaching people by blockchain, then like you said, it doesn't matter which project or where it's coming from, it's coming.
He did get a little slick comment in it, though. I do want to say. He said, with Hive, I utilized the original Bitcoin.
Oh, I know that too.
To implement a novel and he went on more to describe it. But yeah,
hey, you gotta play
people
the game.
BSB, you gotta play the game.
You gotta play. Look,
hey,
hey,
a lot
bro,
of y'all play the game, get
my
that scholarship
school.
money.
Yeah,
I will do what I have to do at this university.
Listen, for one, I'm 3
They
parts
didn't
Cherokee.
let
All
you
right,
in
I
100 years
am
ago.
Native American. No,
Exactly.
I don't know.
And Elizabeth Warren did it. So
Exactly.
Whatever.
What was Trump calling her?
I don't know. Pocahontas.
Yeah, he kept calling her Pocahontas.
Pocahontas.
Bro, 2019, 2020, there's internet money and people getting clowned on the national stage in government.
Everything is upside down.
It's
2020.
crazy.
It's
how
crazy. Man.
And it's so random. I was talking to somebody yesterday. They were waiting for some Uber Eats. They was like, I hate when they say they're here. You know, it takes a couple minutes. I was like, I know, man. You've been bamboozled.
Yeah.
I was like, it's one of the great bamboozles of 2020. They was like, yeah, that and Trump. Where did that come from?
Yeah, everybody's up and on.
Right, everybody's up and on.
Everything is just flipped. Boosie is the Kappa.
Man.
What is going on?
I think we're going to try to say more buzzwords on this show. People, maybe the algos can pick it up better.
Oh yeah.
What's going on? Tiffany from New York said, "Hello, happy full moon, everyone." Let's say Sergeant Crypto said, "PFC Wells, what did you say? The Congo ? Oh, you mean a rainforest in Central Africa? We don't care, says the world, but that ain't nothing new." That's funny. S1 Dove said we can use a humanitarian donation platform that only accepts Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Yeah.
Think GoFundMe type just for natural disasters, humanitarian crisis. No, for sure. The only thing
BigGive is one.
BigGive, okay.
BigGive.org, and there's another one I can't remember off the top of my head. But there are some that are where they do audit it, and you can actually see the donations come in. You can see the addresses they go to. So that is much better than what we have now. However, it is, sort of up in the air who has the official one.
Right.
Nobody has an official.
I'm gonna say it's gonna be about marketing dollars with that.
Exactly.
Because,
at that point, it's all about who markets better.
Because honestly, once somebody does get it rolling, GoFundMe's gonna be like, and we just add
And
this
we just
feature,
added- and we just added
and we're in
Bitcoin.
business. It's like Mr. Wonderful from Shark Tank. Whenever people had this brilliant idea, he's like, "What's stopping me from leaving here today and just hiring some people doing the same thing?" Like,
exactly.
So you got it. Watch Skins is creating digital collectibles for your wrists. Oh, all right.
yeah.
I like this first photo here. Crypto watches. What's going on here?
Oh yeah, so they want to turn digital wearables into new ways to express yourself. If you've ever heard of non-fungible tokens, which is basically a way for you to have an asset, a physical asset that is available for you throughout however much time. If it's scarce, it'll gain value over time, and a lot of people are starting to use that with Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, non-fungible tokens. That could be paintings, that could be watches, furniture. And if you include Bitcoin in that, in the design, then you have sort of the a new market for non-fungible tokens. So the key to the product is scarcity. The team has created a wide collection of face designs. They have logos, sports players, cartoons, street art. So it is a way for you to get collectibles. Unlike the digital collectibles like CryptoKitties, this is something physical. So this is good to see, and can't wait for them to release it, man. It's going to be good.
Yeah, this is going to be cool. The only early issue I see with it, and I hope they can iron out quickly, and they have already ironed out, is going to be the licensing. Because they're talking about logos, sports players, cartoons. I love new stories like this and new things in crypto, but now at this point, I was like, all right, slow down. All right, let's look at this project here. You said sport players, huh? So you're going to compete with the NBA and NFL on this. Like, that's what's happening. Or you're going to get them to partner. How does that work? So, but in general, though, this, like you said, this is a super cool project. Again, something else, watches in crypto. I mean, it's going to be crypto everything, man.
Oh, yeah. And
Very soon.
Looking at the website, it even says they make simple, design, collect, blockchain authenticated smartwatch faces. Pretty dope here. They actually show ownership history. Man, it's pretty dope. So yeah, it's coming, people. As far as the broader market, stuff like this is just going to increase its reach worldwide, in my opinion.
Right. And I need to actually pay attention to CES next year. Now that blockchain is looking like it's getting a bigger
slice of the pie.
bigger slice of the pie at it. I didn't know it was going to be this big. As you can see here in this video, CoinDesk is actually streaming from CES, so that's pretty cool to see. All right. Other than that, that is the show for the day. Bitcoin Zay, did you have anything for anyone?
Nothing for me today. Hope you all have a great Friday, great weekend.
Have a happy Friday, as they say. And we will see you back Monday with some more crypto news.
Oh yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers.